This is the story time of the worst date that I've been on in my entire life. Let's call this guy Edwin because that was his name. So Edwin and I had been on only 2 dates and we were talking for like less than 3 weeks. He was a really nice guy. Like after our first date, it was my birthday a week later and he gave me like champagne and roses, just like randomly dropped them off at my apartment. So I was like, he's a vibe. So Edwin and I are planning our 3rd date and he's like, oh, it's your turn to pamper me. Immediately I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, this date's on you. Like you're gonna plan it, you're gonna pay for it, you're gonna do everything. And I'm like, because I'd assume that's a fucking joke. So I keep saying to him, I'm like, you're so funny. But I go ahead and I book the date. I just book one of my favorite sushi spots. And I'm like, he's like not gonna make me pay. That'd be absolutely insane. Listen, I would not mind paying for a date if I was in a relationship with somebody, not when I'm going on the 3rd fucking date and you're supposed to impress me to try and get in my pants. So the whole week we're talking about this and he's like, can't wait for your treat. And now I'm starting to get fucking triggered because in my past relationships, I was like the breadwinner. So I always paid for fucking everything and I dated losers. So they expected me to pay for everything. So we get to the sushi restaurant, everything's going great. And then they're like, oh, what do you guys want to drink? Like the waiter's like, what do you guys want to drink? And he's like, ooh, I'm gonna get something fancy because Livy's paying today. What? So then I'm like, okay, Livy, time to be vulnerable. Let him know about your past. So I let him know, I'm like, hey, just so you know, this is really triggering me because I was used in my past relationships because I was the breadwinner. So this is super triggering for me. And if this is a joke to you, it's really not funny. He's like, I'm not kidding. And I'm like, what? He's still kidding. So the bill comes. And he slides it my way. And he's like, here you go. Man, if you're watching, there's nothing that makes a woman drier in the entire world than you, literally sliding the bill towards her. That's pathetic. But I say, fuck it. You know what? If I'm going to pay like a baller. So I pull out hundreds. Go to part 2.
Story time on the craziest girl at my high school. And I don't mean fun crazy. I know you guys have been waiting for the story times and I'm finally all done with high school. So I'm going to start doing one really good one a week. I'm only going to tell these stories from my personal experience. I don't want to spread any false information, any false rumors. So if I don't know, I won't be sharing the information. But what I do know is that this girl came to our high school. I forget which year, but she came to our high school. She was all the rave. She was super pretty. She seemed to be super nice. I think I know why she came to our school, but I'm not for sure. So I'm not going to say it. I never really had a big run-in with her until my best friend at the time started dating her ex. I always have heard things because she went through a lot of friend groups and there was just always some kind of drama attached to that, you know? So anyway, my best friend starts dating her ex. They broke up. She said she didn't cheat. He said she did. She said, I don't know what's true, but basically he meets my best friend. And when I tell you these two together are the perfect couple, I can't even explain. They're so in love. They're going to get married. If they don't, I don't believe in love. This girl also gets a boyfriend around the same time. They're both moved on. Great. No, not great because she's not. She keeps finding ways to text her ex, which is now my best friend's boyfriend. So, it's unsettling. They're a happy couple. Leave them alone. He never answers her. He keeps blocking her. Eventually gets to the point where she literally is texting him through her friend's phone. She sent him a song that reminded her of him. I'm just like, what? You have a boyfriend. I remember my friend showing me a DM where she was like, my mom saw you driving today. I was thinking of you. What are you doing? Anyway, it gets to the point where she literally texts him through her friend's phone and is kind of blackmailing him to talk to her in a way. I'm not going to say why, those are her reasons. That's not for me to talk about on the internet. And my best friend is hanging out with her boyfriend. So, she stands on business and is like, look, if you need to talk to him, I'll be right here on the phone with him, but you can call if you need. So the girl's like, never mind. So it's just kind of at a point where, she has a boyfriend. She shouldn't be texting her ex. So this is where I come in. I'm very good at confrontation. I'm also very good with my words. So me and my best friend sit down and we type a long letter for her that's very nice and direct. It wasn't mean whatsoever. The worst part was the end where we were just like, look, if you need help from your ex, we're gonna have to screenshot these texts and send them to your boyfriend because what is going on? She reads the text, but she doesn't answer it. And of course we go to school that week and hear that my best friend apparently sent her some mean text. Obviously no one believed this because, my best friend at the time is so on problematic. Literally, no one batted an eye when she said something. No, it goes mute for a while, and then we're at the point where my best friend's boyfriend needs his clothes back from this girl. So my friend texts her the first time and asks, and she's just like, well, why doesn't my ex pick it up? Then my best friend fought back and said he doesn't want to waste the gas. So she pulls the I'm not home right now, which is fine. So my best friend texts again and asks for the clothes again, and just saying that she'll swing by to grab them if you leave them on the front porch. Swings by, no one's there. She doesn't get out of her car. There was really no response, so she just kind of went on with her life. And the girl then said she gave away all of his stuff, which didn't make sense for reasons, but I don't want to get the story wrong, so we're just gonna continue. Anyway, this girl's mom ends up texting the girl's ex's, my best friend's boyfriend, and the whole thing is kind of complicated. Basically saying that my best friend and her boyfriend's little sister were like harassing this girl. Just everyone knows that that's not true. This girl's mom also called my best friend a horse. Like, what? Sorry, but if you're over the age of 30 and you need to talk crap about high school girls, what are you doing? Her mom has literally made so many girls feel bad about themselves, like almost bullied out of friend groups. Like, I know this is a fact for sure because I have witnessed it. But regardless of the fact, this whole thing just goes on for way too long, and I'm like walking in the hallway behind her and she just doesn't care about who's around her, I guess, because I just hear her talking about this whole scenario completely wrong. Like, she's telling the story. Oh, I messed up on those. Telling the story so wrong and calling my best friend a fan. My best friend doesn't even say this girl's name, let alone act like a fan. And I made a story time about that whole kind of interaction as well, but I've been very careful about the story times that I share because I did it once to this other girl. Actually, that girl might top craziest chick. I don't even know. I'm not gonna say that because that's mean, but I did do like a story time about homecoming drama, and she made it seem like I was bullying her because I was calling out all the bullying I went through being her friend. Like, what? That'll be another story time. I just don't understand. I'm trying to do these as graceful as possible because, you know, like, I'm not a mean person. I don't like to talk bad about people, but I'm not afraid to spill the truth. And like, right out of high school, no one probably knows who I'm talking about, but basically this whole encounter with this girl lasted like a year and a half, I swear. It's like she forgot me and my best friend at the time literally like lived through each other. Like, everything I knew, she knew. Like, it was like our lives were one, you know? So pretty much the craziest part of all that was just the fact that she still had a boyfriend. It's one thing if you're still hung up on your ex and like you miss him and are trying to ruin someone's relationship, but you have a boyfriend. And there's been other weird allegations with that relationship, but that's not for me to talk on. But I'm ready to go. I actually really like my makeup today. I think it looks super cute and summery. So I hope you guys have a great day. There's a little story time for you guys. I hope you like it. Peace out. Love you. Bye.
Whoever said men are not allowed to cry are literally the stupidest people on the planet. I'm shocked. I was grocery shopping yesterday and I could not believe what my ears heard at all. I saw this like 14, 13-year-old boy who was crying. I wanted to obviously ask if he's okay, but then I saw his mom coming. So I was like, it's okay, his mom will handle it. Oh, his mom definitely handled it. She was like, men don't cry, stop crying, you're so embarrassing. Why? Are men not human? I feel like there's mothers out there that don't deserve children at all. I went to a different aisle and I just continued shopping. I saw that same child crying again. I wonder why. I just went there and told him it's okay to cry. I don't know what I said or what I did, but maybe I have the magic touch. He had the biggest smile on his face. He's like, you're Lala, the annoying girl. I wouldn't say annoying, but if it'll make you smile. He hugged me and took a picture with me. I gave him my number. Told him I'm always here if you need me.